Have you ever met someone whose demeanor was so off-putting that you felt like they weren't quite human? Or have you ever felt drained after spending time with someone, as if they were draining your energy? These experiences could very well be signs that you've encountered a reptilian shapeshifter. In this exploration, we'll look at the signs of these malevolent presences among us. The first sign that you may have crossed paths with a reptilian shapeshifter is in the details of their physical appearance, which is very different from what we typically see in humans, but often goes unnoticed by the untrained eye. Their appearance gives them away. They have broad or sharply defined facial features that command attention. They have high cheekbones and a pronounced jawline, which give their faces an otherworldly elegance and intimidation. These aren't just the oddities of human genetics. They're the carefully crafted fronts of beings with origins shrouded in mystery and ancient lore. Then there are the eyes, which are said to be a gateway to the soul. Yet, in their gaze, you find nothing but an abyss. Their irises can have colors that are different from what you normally see in humans, or they can be so dark that it seems like they go on forever. But it's the lack of depth and soulful expression that really gets to you. They have a piercing gaze that reveals nothing, guarding secrets that are beyond human understanding. But the oddities don't end with the face. Their distinctive eyebrow movements, which are too precise and too alien, further reveal their true identity. These eyebrows may arch or furrow in ways that feel a bit too choreographed, as if they're mimicking human emotion but not quite getting it right. And their teeth, oh, their teeth. They have sharp teeth that might be a little irregular. They might even shift before your very eyes, and you might catch a glimpse of a predatory gleam breaking through the facade of normalcy. You might also notice the unusual swelling of the neck veins, which are quite prominent and seem to pulsate in a way that doesn't seem to be natural. These aren't just minor details or unusual characteristics. They're like signs that there's a being in our midst that's really good at hiding, and that's got a pretty mysterious history. The second sign is something you'll notice in the details of how they blink. Or, more specifically, in the unusual ways their blinking patterns differ from ours. This is something that sets reptilian shapeshifters apart from us humans. In the fast-paced world of human interaction, where every blink and subtle twitch is a silent form of communication, the reptilian finds themselves out of sync. It seems like their blinking is forced and an imperfect mimicry of human habits. Sometimes their eyes stay open for a really long time, which is unsettling. It goes against the natural rhythm and shows a disturbing emptiness inside. This discrepancy isn't just a physiological quirk, it's a clear sign of their otherness. It's a clear sign of their struggle to fit in. They're trying to emulate the simple act of blinking, which reveals a deeper truth about their existence among us. It's a constant challenge to fit in with a society whose behaviors they can observe but never fully understand. This lack of naturalness in something as unconscious as blinking speaks volumes about their constant vigilance and determination to maintain the facade of normalcy. But it's in these moments, when the facade seems to crack ever so slightly, that we get a glimpse of the extraordinary. This subtle but significant sign encourages us to question the reality we often take for granted, urging us to look more closely and see beyond the surface. It makes us think about the fact that there are beings out there who have been around as long as the stars, but who walk amongst us, hidden in plain sight. Even though they don't blink perfectly, which seems like a small detail, it's a powerful reminder of the worldly essence. It shows that there are vast, unexplored realms of existence that are connected to our own. The third sign is the seductive dance of charm and manipulation. This is a dark art that reptilian shapeshifters use to ensnare and control those around them. This isn't just a social skill. It's a calculated predatory strategy, and they use it with precision and intent. In both their personal and professional lives, they use charm as a weapon, not as a gesture of genuine connection. It's hidden behind a veneer of charisma and allure. They have a way with words. They can influence people and situations with a skill that seems almost supernatural. This kind of manipulation goes way beyond what you normally expect from human interaction. It's a psychological seduction that draws people into a vortex of control, making it really difficult to escape. People who get caught up in these situations often find themselves feeling drawn to the manipulator, even though they also feel like their autonomy is slipping away. These reptilian shapeshifters don't rely on mutual understanding or emotional connection to dominate and manipulate. They have a deep instinctual understanding of human vulnerabilities, which they exploit without remorse. The emotional aftermath of such encounters is often confusion and devastation. It's a testament to the reptilians' skill in bending human will to their own dark purposes. Their manipulation is a reminder that they're not like us. It's an assertion of their superiority in the game of control, cloaked beneath a mask of human likeness. The charm they show is a mirage. It's a carefully constructed facade designed to lure, deceive, and ultimately dominate. This shows that they have a lot of skill when it comes to manipulation. It's a sign that they're different and dangerous. It makes you wonder if what you're experiencing is really what it seems and makes you watch out for the charm that's not there to connect but to conquer. The Fort. H sign is the insidious phenomenon of energy vampirism in relationships. This is a sinister hallmark of reptilian shapeshifters who weave their way into the lives of unsuspecting humans. These entities aren't looking for companionship or connection. They're just trying to feed their insatiable thirst for energy by draining the emotional and psychic vitality of the people they ensnare. When they're in a relationship, they're like a shadow that makes their partner's spirit dim. They drain their partner of their essence, leaving behind a shell of the vibrant person they once were. In these relationships, the reptilians' manipulation goes beyond just the physical. It also affects the psychic, where they latch on to the energy of their partners. They're great at creating emotional chaos, often starting arguments or making people dependent on them. This gives them a constant supply of energy to feed on. The partner gets caught in a cycle of ups and downs, going through emotional roller coasters that leave them feeling drained, confused, and often unable to pinpoint what's causing their distress. This energy vampirism isn't just a side effect of a toxic relationship. It's a deliberate, calculated act by beings that understand the subtleties of human energy fields. They manipulate these energies with precision, putting on a show of love or concern, all while anchoring their essence to their partners, drawing out the life force as one would siphon water from a well. The sadness of these relationships is not just the emotional and mental toll on the person involved, but also the feeling of being alone, as if nobody understands what they're going through. It can be a really tough realization that your love and energy have been used as fuel for an entity that seems to show human affection but doesn't actually have any empathy. It can leave you with some pretty deep scars. Knowing the signs of energy vampirism in relationships is a big step towards freedom. If you're in a relationship with a reptilian shapeshifter, it's time to find your inner strength, break the parasitic bond, and reclaim the vibrant energy that's yours. The fifth sign is the unmistakable and inexplicable cold aura that surrounds reptilian shapeshifters. It's a chilling marker of their presence that goes beyond the physical realm. This coldness isn't just a lack of physical warmth. It's a palpable void of emotional and spiritual energy, creating an atmosphere of unease that lingers long after they've passed. People who are sensitive to energy shifts can feel this coldness and recognize it as a distinct signature of reptilian entities. It's a vibrational frequency that disrupts the natural flow of human energy fields. This cold aura acts as a barrier, keeping the reptilian at a distance from genuine human connection and empathy. It's a way of protecting themselves, as well as a way of attracting people who are interested in what they have to offer, while keeping people at a distance who might ask too many questions. The cold aura is both a shield and a signal. It warns those who are attuned to the subtleties of energy to tread carefully, while simultaneously enticing the vulnerable and the curious closer into their sphere of influence. People often describe encountering this cold aura as walking into a shadow. The air feels denser, the light dims, and you get a sudden, involuntary shiver. It's a physical response to the presence of an entity whose essence is so different from our own. It's an instinctive recognition of otherness that alarms the subconscious mind. It's important to understand the significance of this cold aura if you find yourself inexplicably repelled by certain individuals. The sixth sign is the strange phenomenon of unusual reflections and shadows. These are the brief moments when the carefully crafted disguise of a reptilian shapeshifter is briefly revealed, showing the truth behind it. These odd reflections and shadows are a silent testament to their true form, which defies the laws of nature as we understand them. Mirrors, water surfaces, and even the shadows they cast under the moonlight can show when something isn't quite right. They can reveal inconsistencies and distortions that don't match the human figure standing in front of them. These things aren't just tricks of the light or optical illusions. They're windows into the reality that reptilian shapeshifters navigate with the utmost caution. People who've seen this say that shadows look distorted, like they're elongated or changing shape. Sometimes, you'll catch a glimpse of a reflection that makes it look like the person isn't human at all. These visual discrepancies are rare and only noticed by those who are attuned to the subtle differences between appearance and reality. The reason for these anomalies is that shapeshifters are constantly fighting to maintain their human form, which isn't their natural state. It takes a lot of energy to keep up this illusion, and sometimes, especially when they're feeling intense emotions or distracted, they lose control. It's during these moments when they're not paying attention that the truth slips out. The seventh sign is revealed through the subtler, often overlooked details that show how reptilian shapeshifters interact with us. These small but revealing glitches in their human facade are the seventh sign. Unique tongue behavior, peculiar skin textures, and shifts in vocal tones are subtle but telltale signs of their true nature, peeking through the surface of their carefully crafted disguise. These indicators, though minor on their own, together paint a clear picture of a being constantly at odds with its borrowed human form. For example, the tongue might flicker or dart in ways that show normal human mannerisms, a reminder of their reptilian essence that slips through the cracks of their performance. People who pay attention might notice this strange behavior when they're excited or distracted. It's a quick look at the otherness that's just below the surface. Similarly, the skin of these entities can sometimes have textures or reactions that are different from what you'd expect in humans. It can be too smooth or too rough, and sometimes it shimmers with a subtle unnatural sheen under certain lights, which suggests that their physiology isn't designed for this world. Their vocal tones can also change unexpectedly, shifting in ways that feel jarring and out of place. Sometimes, a voice will momentarily deepen or resonate with a frequency that seems to touch something primal within us, evoking a sense of unease. These vocal irregularities are more than just quirks. They're auditory clues to the reptilians' ongoing challenge of mimicking human speech patterns. This challenge becomes evident in moments of carelessness or emotional distress. These subtler signs are often overlooked by those who aren't paying attention, but they're essential for understanding the reality of reptilian shapeshifters living among us. Those who understand this pave the way for a profound realization about the times we are living in and the shifts that are occurring on a global scale. As we see more and more reptilians around, it's becoming clear that these are not just random incidents. They are part of a larger pattern linked to global energy shifts and the collective movement towards higher consciousness. This increase in sightings correlates with the rise in vibrations on the planet, as humanity stands on the brink of a new era of awareness. As our vibrations get stronger, we notice more things that don't fit with our reality. This makes reptilians more visible and makes them more bold in their interactions with humans. Their movements are now more noticeable because we're more aware of them, so they have to adapt or show themselves in new ways. This period of intense vibrational upheaval is calling us towards a higher calling, a journey to a state of equilibrium that goes beyond the age-old battle bet. Between light and dark. It's an evolution of consciousness that requires us to shed our binary constraints and embrace a more nuanced understanding of existence. It's important to remember that appearances can be deceiving. To recognize the signs of a reptilian presence, you have to do more than just observe. It requires a deep, intuitive understanding that goes beyond the obvious and explores the vibrations and energies that shape our world. Our intuition gives us a gentle but persistent nudge when something or someone doesn't seem to fit with the natural flow of life's energy. This isn't about making judgments based on fear or misunderstanding. It's about engaging with our higher selves and listening to the messages from our spirit guides and the universe. However, this knowledge also comes with a word of caution against direct confrontation. If you challenge a reptilian openly, you're stepping into a realm of power dynamics that we're not equipped to navigate. They're experts at manipulation and control. It's a weapon forged in the fires of ancient wisdom and survival. So, any attempt to expose them is not only futile, but potentially dangerous. Instead, we need to make sure we're protected spiritually. We should do things that keep our energy safe and make our psychic boundaries stronger. Meditation, grounding exercises, and the invocation of protective spirits are tools that give us a sense of empowerment. They create a kind of sanctuary of light around us that repels the darkness. As we embark on this journey of awakening to the presence of otherworldly beings among us, we find our greatest ally in the love and light that resides within our hearts. It is this light that guides us, offers protection and clarity, and helps us navigate the complexities of our reality with grace and wisdom. We need to remember that the battle isn't against the entities themselves, but against the shadows they cast. In this fight, our light, our intuition, and our spiritual discernment are the beacons that lead us to safety. It's crucial to have guidance and empowerment for those who find themselves in a potentially dangerous situation with a reptilian presence. They're the guiding lights on a journey shrouded in shadow. If you're caught in a complex web of manipulation and energy vampirism, the path to liberation starts with recognizing the truth about your situation. This awareness is the first step to reclaiming your energy and your life from entities that thrive in secrecy and deception. It's not just about protecting your physical self. It's also about defending your spiritual self from these entities. It's about strengthening your energy boundaries, creating a positive energy environment, and most importantly, cutting ties with them so they can't drain you anymore. This act of severance is both a declaration of independence and a powerful assertion of your sovereignty over your own energy and being. Sharing your experiences is a great way to heal and empower yourself after such encounters. It's not just a way for people to work through their own experiences, but also a way for others who are going through similar things to know they're not alone. So, please share your stories and experiences. When we talk about our experiences, it helps us understand each other better and build a supportive community where we can share insights and personal journeys freely. Your stories can help others who might have felt alone in their experiences.